In music, modes are just permutations of the major scale pattern, and the major scale itself sounds nice, like this pattern in the key of C. And because these notes are so compatible, we can derive all sorts of melodies from this scale, like this little melody. But while this sounds nice, if the major scale was all we had to draw from, then music would get boring really fast because all the songs would feel a little too bright and happy, like the major scale itself. So this is where modes come in, because they give us an expanded set of interval patterns to draw from to create a wider range of musical styles and moods. Each mode is formed by simply moving up the intervals of the major scale, beginning and ending on each successive note to play a total of 7 relative modes, and they're called relative because they're all related, since each one shifts the tonal home base while retaining the same interval pattern of the underlying major scale, which results in a variety of patterns that each sound unique but are related since they share the same notes. Each one is named after a separate region in ancient Greece. The Ionian mode, also known as the major scale itself, is by far the most popular with its bright and happy sound. Again, like this pattern in the key of C. Then there's the Dorian mode, which begins and ends on this D note in the key of C, which sounds more smooth and pensive. Then we have the Phrygian mode, where E is the tonal home base, and it can sound more exotic to Western ears. Then starting on F is the Lydian mode, which sounds a little spacey. Then the Mixolydian on G, which has a slightly Celtic feel. And then Aeolian on A with its melancholy romantic vibe. And then finally Locrian on B, which sounds pretty dissonant and unstable. Each of these modes gives us a new and unique interval pattern to use as songwriters to create interesting sounds. They help you expand your sonic, emotional palette as an artist. And again, they're called relative modes because they're all related. They're derived from or are permutations of the underlying major scale within a given key. And when you turn your screen on its side, it's easy to see how these modes work in the same way, whether you're in the key of C, or G, or D, etc.